Chris here with a Walking Dead review of the day. And today we're going to be talking about episode 14, Still Gotta Mean Something. So, Still Gotta Mean Something goes over a whole bunch of stuff that tees up for not only the next episode, but for the finale. And first and foremost, Negan is effectively off the hook with Jadis for killing her people. Basically explains to him about a little bit of his origin story about Lucille and how she means so much to him, and that, killing her is like killing a piece of her people, which Simon is still behind. So next week, it seems that Negan is going to have to effectively clean house and the Saviors. So that's something to look forward to. The whole other chunk of the episode was pretty slow in my opinion. You have that whole conflict with Rick and Morgan, and the way this season has really played out for me has really been unexpected, but in some ways good, but in some ways bad. And particularly, I can say, because of the Carl death situation, which I still am not a fan of because of the arcs that are shattered because of his death going forward into season 9. But at the same time, I'll be curious to know how they proceed with that, especially how they build towards this finale and how it's going to differ from in the comics to television format, as the all-out war effectively comes to an end by the time we reach episode 16. But you get that whole Rick and Morgan back and forth type thing where Rick asks Morgan why he saved him that day in the pilot episode, and Morgan says, "Oh, it was because my son was there." And it's really interesting, especially in that one scene when Rick says that he was gonna take the Saviors back, and effectively gave him a choice and gave him his word, and that's still gotta mean something and all that. But effectively, they just killed him anyway. So I mean, I thought it was gonna be turn into a moment where Rick sort of like realizes he doesn't have to kill the Saviors, but maybe Rick just hasn't gotten to that moment yet, or maybe the show is just moving him in a different direction. I'm not really sure, but I'm hoping that we get a very close representation to how All Out War ends in the finale, but that's going to depend on the next episode and, of course, the finale itself. But apart from that, Carol goes off looking for Henry, and, Morgan is still tormented by the whole visions of the people that he's killed and everything. And it's been a bit an interesting thing with Morgan. He preaches all about peace, and then that sort of peace is like broken off and the season 6 finale, and then that carries over into season 7 and now 8, where he's just full on mad John Wick style, killing everybody all the time. And it's kind of ridiculous and kind of a little bit boring, to be honest with you, but hopefully that will change. I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I mean, this episode was pretty dry. I mean, it's hard to come up with stuff that really happened that were really exciting. Obviously, all the Negan scenes were amazing, but apart from that, I mean, it was a pretty dry episode. It's more filler, if anything, to build up the last 2 episodes of the season. But hopefully, we're gonna get some really good stuff with Negan cleaning house next week, and then the finale after that, and then we're done with season 8, and then we move into Fear the Walking Dead, which I'm curious on that and some, but I don't do videos for Fear the Walking Dead because that's a whole nother story. But let me know what you guys thought about episode 14, Still Gotta Mean Something, and whether or not you think Rick is going to give the Saviors a chance of peace by the end of the season. I'm still hoping that he does, but at this point in the show, once they killed off Carl, I'm just like, anything could happen at this point. I'm not even sure anymore. So, something to consider, of course. As far as reviews are concerned, I would like to do a review for Ready Player One. I know that's a big one right now. I'd like to squeeze that in before Avengers this month, which I definitely will be doing a review for on the night of premiere. It'll be a very late review because I'm seeing the movie at like 10:30 at night on Thursday the 26th, so it'll be a late review. And also, I like to squeeze in some other movies, A Quiet Place, or maybe even Rampage or something like that. It all depends on screenings and other stuff. But Ready Player One I would like to do before But let me know what you guys thought of the episode, and I will see you guys in the next video. Adios, and let Lucille be with you.